Good evening.
Whoa! Hold on there, you Jerry Curl, Rick James in the face wannabe. Thank you, wrestling fans. Good evening. My name is Louis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling, with my partner
Jay, the Whiz Kid of Pro Wrestling.
And this is Evolution of Pro Wrestling. Happy anniversary. 4 years. Four. We are excited.
This many.
4-year anniversary special today's show. Thank you for everyone for joining us, for this support of these 4 years that you put up with us, from Jaden talking to yes, Evolution of Pro Wrestling, to I'm a man now and I can talk. Brian and Kevin, thank you for joining us. Happy anniversary. 4 years, guys. 4 years in the making. We done been doing this, and it gets better and better every single year. Putting up with this little shit next to me, and hi son. But we are also officially MA. Fucking A. Thank you. Jaden looking like R-Truth.
R-Truth is crazy.
My mouse. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, Russell Jackson. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We have an amazing event called Reliving the Evolution. Ramen. ¿Qué pasa? Mamá.
That's your favorite word. Huh?
Thank you, Bradley. Thank you on the 4-year anniversary. We did good. We did good. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to relive of Evolution of Pro Wrestling in the past 4 years. But before we get into that, we got wrestling news. Unfortunately, we have very, very tragic news. Yesterday, there was an announcement of the passing of Jay Briscoe from the Briscoe brothers. Oye, mama. Briscoe passed. Yeah, he did. Unfortunately,
yeah, that's crazy.
It was very unfortunate.
It was very unexpected.
He was the current Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with his brother Mark. Unfortunately, he got into a car accident, and his life was taken. His daughter was also taken to the hospital for emergency surgery. Another person was killed, another injured. It was very tragic. Man was only 38 years old, the peak of his career, the peak of his life. And it was a damn shame that he had to fucking go like that. Like, it was just
crazy, man. It was
crazy.
So unexpected, man.
It was very unexpected.
Cherish your loved ones, because you never know when they're gonna go.
It was crazy the way it happened. And our condolences go out to the Briscoe family, to his brother, to his kids, pulling through. Prayers that she pulls through.
Definitely.
And it will be a tough recovery, but in due time. Jaden, we also have our producer and director, stepmom, my lovely love Yesenia. Thank you for joining us. Yes, life is definitely too short, Bradley. You gotta be careful.
You gotta cherish.
Unfortunately. And the police report stated he didn't have his seatbelt on. That was another thing which probably caused the impact. Also, the person that was killed was the driver of the other vehicle of the head-on collision. So it was very head-on. It was a head-on collision. It was something happened that she swerved into his lane, and it just fucked the whole shit up in the bumper, and it was terrible.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy, but we here at the Evolution of Pro Wrestling family would like to send our sincere condolences to their family. That was a shocker of breaking news that we heard yesterday. Another one. They also did a tribute show for him yesterday in AEW, I believe. It was a very good show, and he deserved that tribute.
He definitely
You know what I mean?
did.
He deserved the tribute.
Definitely did.
And I wish we could have seen that dream match. The Briscoe brothers against the Usos.
Oh, if only, man.
My God! That would have been epic.
It would have been very epic if only.
Well, Jaden, there's something that we need to talk about. I'm still in shock. I'm sure many of you are shocked. The return of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
I'm not
Pendejoto.
I'm not shocked. I'm just pissed. Why? Why'd you come back, man? Stay away.
Well, he definitely.
Shoot.
No, he definitely.
Oh
no,
man.
he definitely had to. It wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. Like, why are you coming back? Like, why are you here?
Like, do you not realize by you coming back, like, you're just like, you're putting like all these more problems on yourself. Like, you're just adding more fuel to more of the fire and that you have already. Like, you're just digging a more deeper hole for yourself. Like, you've been sued since you've like left. You've probably been sued like 3 times, and then people are trying to sue you again when you come back. Your daughter just left the company. Come on, man. I think we all knew he was going to leave on his own terms. He wants to do it the way he wants. Exactly. That's if it's not the Vince way, it's no way.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
It's
That
either
why would you do that? Like, why you what? Because you're upset because you see WWE is moving on without you. That is doing a great thing now. The wrestling fans are actually enjoying watching WWE. And now you want to come back and fucking everything up? Like, leave it alone. Back up.
It's only like I said, it's the Vince way. Or
this is how spiteful this man was. That I read on an article that he fired Road Dogg just to punish Triple H. For what? For what? Why the hell would you do something like that? Oh, when he came back and took over NXT. And he took over NXT. Why? Because AEW was beating them in the ratings. It's an NXT.
He's an egomaniac.
He's an egotistical mamau. Is what he is. Like, man, and then you put yourself to the head of the board. And then you want to sell WWE. Why? I don't understand. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like,
still think he can run things? No, he can't. It's time for you to go bye-bye.
It's true.
You don't need to be running anything.
You need to go. You need to go.
You need to be running anything.
You need to leave. You need to go. Like, I'm sorry. Like, WWE
exit the building.
is going great right now.
You need to refire yourself like you did last time. Like, just get out.
I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, you can't. We're just enjoying it. We're enjoying it so much.
Yeah, Vince is. Yes.
No. And listen, a lot of people are leaving because of him now. His daughter left. Another departure. Breaking news today was Devon Dudley. Devon Dudley has left the WWE, and I guarantee you it was because of Vince McMahon. That you got to get this man. He's a toxic to the WWE.
He can only run things, but he will run it. Yeah, he can run things, but he will run it to the ground. Absolutely 100% factual. He's just gonna run WWE to the ground. He was already running it to the ground before Triple H took over, and then once Triple H took over. See, that's the thing I don't understand. Vince McMahon sees his company doing good, and he's just like, oh, I'm just gonna decide to come back and ruin it.
He's an asshole.
Come on, man. That makes no sense. Like, you just want your viewership to go down.
That's the point. That you now supposedly they're saying that if Endeavor company buys them, they're going back to pay-per-view format, meaning no more online. You got to buy the pay-per-view. Like, how is that going to affect fans? What's your thought on that, Jake?
That'll be a big effect on fans, because you know how convenient it was for people to just buy a subscription, and then you could easily watch the pay-per-view from there. Then if you have to buy it again, like,
that's
man,
that's the way it was back then.
That's the way it was back then.
And it's like you're hurting your business. You're hurting your business. Exactly. He's old. He's 77. 77, he's an old man with 1980, 1990 visions when things can't run the way it was back then. You're absolutely right.
Things are not the way they used to be.
No, I do remember.
Definitely.
Bradley, I do remember his promo about killing what his creation, the NWO, he is his poison. But he made his creation, he'll kill it. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
It's the Vince way or no way.
Well, he needs to get his way ass out of the freaking WWE, because that shit is annoying. It's annoying.
He gotta go, man. He gotta go.
Listen, not for nothing. The Briscoes could have been in the WWE.
They could have.
They could have been in the WWE,
I feel like
and they would have made WWE very popular in tag team division. But who fucked it up? Vince McMahon.
So
No, we don't need him. I don't want him.
He's back now. What does that mean for creative?
That's the thing. That supposedly he hasn't got involved in any of that stuff. You know, and it's like, is he gonna get involved? It's supposedly backstage rumors is that he's already putting his hands in the fucking pie. Like, stay out of it. Telling people what to do. Yeah, fans are gonna have second thoughts about paying for pay-per-view, Ray. You're absolutely right, because it makes no sense. Why are you gonna pay? Why are you gonna pay for a pay-per-view to something that's
I'm about to say
this is live streaming
subscription for it?
Like, come on, man. And you know what else is crazy, Jay? That our fans have not shared our 4-year anniversary special all over social media. Bring everybody in, your friends, your cousins, your family, your pets, your dogs, your cats, your pigeons. I don't give a rat's ass. Just bring anybody in, please. And thank you, fans, for joining us. 4-year aniversario.
Yeah. I would like to go into the universe where pets can type on phones, because he mentioned pets. So
pets can watch.
Really,
they can watch with their owners. Don't listen. Don't try to play me, son. Okay, Rick James, cut it out.
Ain't nobody playing you, Silver Surfer. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I look good. That's Silver Surfer.
No. You look like Silver
Surfer. Anyway, back to our topic at hand. Speaking of business, there's word that the Hurt Business might be coming back to the WWE. You see? He said, my dog texts me every day, laughing out loud. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, yo. James, what's going on, brother? So, with that being said, the Hurt Business returning, what do you think that brings to the WWE, Jay?
Hey, somebody that could counter the bloodline.
There you go. Well, speaking of the bloodline, look at the Judgment Day. What do you think of this feud going on with them?
That's pretty interesting.
That's an interesting thing.
And then by the Hurt Business jumping in, hey, listen.
That'll be interesting. That's gonna be it. Listen, I personally, you have an honorary Uso with you. He said, "Don't sleep on dogs and cats. They do watch TV. See." Leave the pets alone.
Crazy.
He said Bobby Lashley will be United States champion next week, and I bet you the Hurt Business is going to help him, and he's going to turn heel. I see it coming because I like it. I like it a lot.
I agree 100%.
You know what else I like?
To see the Street Profits as the new Hurt Business.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. With Bobby Lashley, I would like to see that happen.
I would like to see Keith Lee also join the Hurt Business.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's still in AEW. But you know who I actually know? You're going to be surprised with the person I'm about to pick to join. Ricochet.
Actually, I'm not too surprised.
I can see him being a heel.
That doesn't surprise me.
I can see him being a heel.
I can definitely see that. He has the athletic. It's perfect. He's one of the most athletic. He'll be more like the athletic person on the.
Yeah.
He'll basically, exactly. I could definitely see him in the Hurt Business. Yeah, of course.
I could see that happening.
Omos, definitely.
Yeah. No, you gotta bring something new to the table. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not gonna lie, Omos is stiff in the ring.
No, he's definitely stiff. He could be your enforcer.
That's what I was thinking.
Your enforcer. You know what I mean? There's always an enforcer, just like Solo Sikoa and Omos. Those, Solo Sikoa is a enforcer, which we saw him go face to face with Dominic, and I saw a picture on the EOPW squad that there was Eddie Guerrero and Rikishi, father and son, continuing the rivalry. You understand?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
man. That coincidence? I think not.
Listen, I'm loving Dominic's character.
That was planned.
Let's say I'm be praising that. I love
that was planned, man.
But put a little bit more fucking bass in your voice, okay? So it's.
But he's young though. Like, he's not supposed to have that much. They don't want to copy and paste Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, because Eddie Guerrero's voice wasn't that deep.
It's true.
They're not trying to do a copy and paste.
More to a bit more serious matter. There was a police report that police reportedly went to the house of Kevin Nash to do a wellness check. Apparently, there was some things said about his life and stuff, and he said some crazy things, and the police actually did a wellness check. Jaden, they're concerned about if he's gonna commit harm to himself or something. Like, what do you think about that?
I kind of understand why though, because he just lost his son, I think, and then he lost his best friend too. So he's going through a really rough patch. Really tough time.
Our hearts are with him. It's tough, man. It's really tough. So you gotta go through something like that. No parent wants to bury their child.
Yeah. So he's probably going through a really hard time. Right?
Yeah, no, that's tough. But he's still a great athlete. Still was a great athlete. We loved him in wrestling, and we wish him prayers and thoughts and hope his.
He lost his son. The mind will take you places.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I bet it will.
Kevin said, "Let me get a hell yeah!" He's losing himself. I'm worried that he won't just give up. You're absolutely right.
Me too. I hope he doesn't just give up. I'm sure he won't.
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't.
He says, y'all two will enter the Royal Rumble match. What it comes down to, y'all, who wants WrestleMania more? He's talking about us.
Me.
I do.
No,
I do.
Excuse me. What do you think you are, a dog? Like, don't be at me. What?
Okay.
Who does this guy think he is?
I'm cool. Put your elbow down.
You put your elbow down.
Back to the topic at hand.
Back to pushing me over.
Back to the topic at hand.
Yeah, back to the topic at hand.
Eye poke. You're done. Boop. Don't knock my mic, man.
I'm not trying to knock your mic. You almost poked me in the eyeball.
Versus the Uso Tag Team Titles Mania. Oh yeah, we got this.
We got this. Yeah,
we got this.
We good,
man. We good.
Yeah.
You say y'all look like cats going at.
I mean, we might leave on the stretcher. But.
Yeah. But we'd be rich as hell. Over here, pay my hospital bill.
Exactly. Yeah,
anyway,
right.
Mania's good, but before Mania, you gotta hit Rumble first.
Rumble.
And speaking of Royal Rumble, Cody Rhodes has announced his return at the Royal Rumble. Do I smell number 30?
Maybe.
Number 25?
Maybe.
Number 12?
Maybe. 817 days.
Roman Reigns is champion. That's right. That's right. He is the.
He's been a champion for a long time,
yes. Which is good. And not for nothing, the bloodline is the best thing going today. But
this very moment, yeah.
But there was a video.
Should Cody win? Good question.
There's a.
I think he should.
There's a There was a video that we saw on TikTok. Mm-hmm. A gentleman put up the post and said, "Okay, the bloodline said that everybody's going to be in attendance. There's going to be a celebration of the tribal chief to acknowledge him. That every single past, present, future wrestler is going to show up. Will The Rock show up and challenge Roman at WrestleMania?
When is this going to happen?
Monday, next week.
Oh, I need to watch that. I need to watch that Monday then.
So you see this shit? I hate they completely disregarded the element of surprise for Cody Rhodes at the Rumble.
I wish they would have too. Like I'm mad. Like, but it was kind of him. Like he didn't need to.
I guess they want to get the fans more into it.
But come on, like they didn't need to announce it. Like they could have announced somebody else maybe that was returning. That would have got the fans like, oh yeah, somebody's returning. Let's watch this.
Well,
they should have kept it. I think they should have kept it a surprise.
They definitely should have kept it a surprise.
That's one thing I never like. They never keep things. Does Orton return on Rumble? I think so. I was just thinking about that too. I was just thinking
supposedly Randy Orton's career is over.
What?
His back is like really fucking him up big time. Like they don't think he's coming back. It'll be a big surprise if he returns at Rumble.
I'm about to say he probably got a few more matches.
He said. That's it. He said that would be the ultimate family match. Of course, Dustin Rhodes and a Cody in their primes, they fought. But for a title, oh man. But I'm talking about it's not Goldust. Dustin Rhodes. Oh man.
He's still in AEW, right?
Is he what?
Dustin.
Yeah, he's still in AEW. Yes, and that's gonna be interesting to see when Cody Rhodes comes back to the Royal Rumble.
Do you think there could be a Forbidden Door breakage in?
Not with Vince McMahon back. Not with Vince McMahon back.
I feel like that's out the door now.
Not with Vince. I was hyped, but then once this Mama came back, that was it.
I was about to say, once I found out he was coming back, I'm like, yeah, there's no more wall breaking.
Yep, and a full-blown goatee.
There's no more Forbidden Door.
Yep. No, it's Vince just ruined everything.
Of course he does. That's Vince.
That's what Vince does. That's what Vince does. But when you talk about the Royal Rumble, you talk about history. You talk about reliving history. What?
I'm sorry.
Vince McMahon. Kenny, what's going on, man?
No, that's crazy.
Jesus, when you talk about history, when you talk about Royal Rumble, we talk about reliving history, which is what we're going to do today. Evolution of Pro Wrestling presents Reliving the Evolution. 4 long years of epic topics that me and my son have talked about. We have chosen
talked about a lot.
We have chosen our top 10. You guys can feel free to throw your ones in there. We can talk about it here and there. You know, I have no problem with that. But we have chosen ours. And the one we're about to name, good Lord, this man is gonna jump and he
about to say
he got all caps on the comments. Watch.
Undertaker.
The man, the legend, the Hall of Famer himself, The Undertaker. The history of The Undertaker. We are going to start this show off hot. That was one of our shows in the past 4 years that was epic.
That was the
history of The Undertaker. There you go, see?
Yeah,
see? That's his favorite, because that's his favorite wrestler. The Undertaker was by far one of the greatest, if not the greatest, in-ring performers of all time. This man was the true nature of kayfabe. This man was in character.
He's still is.
He's chilled down now.
I mean, he's chilled down now, but
he was in character. Everywhere he went.
You still see this.
Dead Man Incorporated. That man was always.
Every time I see him on the internet, I still see him.
Oh man, yeah. When that bell tolls, holy shit! Like the trembles would come into wrestlers, like, and they would say it too. They would get nervous when they hear that dong, like. Who wouldn't?
I would get nervous too.
Like that's like holy shit.
You're bringing out like a whole new man right there. Like
no, like when there was nobody, absolutely
there
nobody.
Could never be another Undertaker. There's no replica.
No, there was no replica.
There will never be a
replica whatsoever.
Walk the ropes, best big man to ever do it. Yeah. For a big man, he probably moved faster than me, and he was like, he's very tall. Like,
no, he was very tall.
He's like 6, I think he's like 6 something, and he's fast.
Very.
Fast, and he's very athletic for his height, man.
Very.
I've never seen a big man ever do. I think besides Big Van Vader. Yeah, he is a phenom.
You hear that? You get chills. You get chill, yo. When me and Brian saw WrestleMania, his return was crazy. Like you hear it and you see it, and you look at it, like holy shit. Like who's gonna beat this man? That's why I was so fucking pissed when Brock Lesnar beat him. Why?
I still feel like they should have ended.
They should have
not
undefeated, man. Yeah. Like you gotta give back to the business. Fuck the business. I'm not talking about the business. I'm talking about he gave business. I'm sorry, not fuck the business. He gave back to the business.
I'm about to say he gave
for
back
20
to the
years.
Yeah, like what? What do you mean he has to give back to the business? Give back to
talk about. Come on, man. He made your business.
Right. They were like.
He made your business by carrying. He was the locker room leader.
I'm about to say, you know how many stars
when it comes, I understand business entertainment hands down. Yes, best entertainer hands down.
Definitely.
Ever. This man, yo, I understand business is business.
Roman Reigns,
but at this moment, you forget about business and you worried about doing the right thing and giving the man the proper send off.
Beat him, but I feel like before that, Brock Lesnar beat him.
If Undertaker was in his prime against Roman would not have beaten him.
No,
I guarantee you that.
Absolutely not. Mankind, the referee.
No, you mentioned Mankind. Mankind had a major history with the Undertaker, and those
him
two.
and the Undertaker go
Oh
way
my God,
back.
they go way back.
Go
like
way
from when Mankind first
back.
came in and attacked him. He brought bringing his sock out,
Yep,
all that
two,
shit.
yeah, those two go
like
way
these
back.
these two went at it, especially the Hell in a Cell match. Oh my God! Like that day,
that was crazy.
That by
Especially
far,
the day he threw him off the set. Oh,
that by far to me was one of the reasons the Attitude Era existed.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh shit! You heard Vince McMahon? Oh my God! God Lord Almighty! He killed him.
And then I think Jerry Lawler was like,
He said he's dead. He said he's dead. I
think he was joking when he said that.
The border, exactly when Paul Bear returned on him, the border room brawl. Like
those two went wild.
at it.
Yeah.
Like holy shit! Like you couldn't have asked for a better
I'm not
rivalry.
even from the old school, but that rivalry like tops.
No, that
most of the
rivalry
rivalries
was
now.
awesome.
Like,
Awesome.
that rivalry was awesome.
Like I loved it. And when you talk about memories like that, you talk about number 2, our second pick, Mick Foley's greatest rivalries.
Absolutely.
The Undertaker was one of them.
Undertaker's definitely has to be one of them.
Oh,
Edge was another one. Edge, when he's fought him at WrestleMania, that match was amazing. He speared him through the blood.
Brian said, honestly, they need to stop bringing back these legends. Every time there's an anniversary, there's lesser legends.
He's not lying.
Yeah, I know. There's lesser legends. It's lesser legends. You know, unfortunately, either they don't want to come to the show or they're not here anymore, and it sucks. It sucks. It really sucks. When you gotta go through that.
We're in a new generation now, so
Yep.
we can't reverse time and go back to the old generation. So
And not many people, many people like Taker versus Taker.
Unfortunately,
Ray, he's right. There was a match actually, Taker versus Taker.
That was
in
that.
SummerSlam a long time ago. I think it was 1994 or something like
Taker
that.
versus Taker.
There was an actual match like that. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that shit. That was, Undertaker said that was his worst match. He hated the damn match.
I mean, it didn't make sense.
Vader, they dropping like flies. Vader was.
I'm about to say, unfortunately, yes, they are dropping like flies.
He said, "Yeah, Ray, Taker versus Taker, SummerSlam. There was a fake Taker, Brian Lee.
No sense. Brian Lee, the fake Taker. Yeah, that made no sense.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's crazy, yeah.
Because Undertaker took some time off due to an injury, and Royal Rumble, rest in peace, and went up in the casket exploded on the screen, and he flew up in the air.
I'm not gonna lie to you now. Taker's had like some like cool they've given that man some cool things. Like he put his hands up, lightning struck the ring. He got fire in a casket.
When him and Mick Foley had a buried alive match and the border room brawl match, like
then when Taker got struck by the lightning and put his hand out, stuck his hand out. Oh my God!
You hear Vince McMahon's corny voice. The Undertaker's alive. He's alive.
He was like,
and
that really is how he sounds.
And then you see, and then the rivalry continued with Mick and him. But Mick Foley's had some other great rivalries too.
That is
one in particular, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton was a wow.
Those two, I will never forget that match.
Listen,
in Backlash,
Randy Orton is
when he got slammed on the tax, you see Orton's.
I would cry. I would literally cry. They was all on his back, on his boots, on his hands.
Oh man, that was crazy.
Oh my Lord.
The way that shit happened.
Taker versus Shawn, that was good.
Yeah, that was a good match. That rivalry was good too.
Taker versus Shawn.
Between Taker and Shawn, there was an excellent rivalry.
Mick Foley and Edge had a good one.
Well, Mankind and Shawn Michaels had a pretty good rivalry there at a point.
Mankind and The Rock.
It wasn't.
They had an empty arena match.
That was my favorite.
I can never get tired of that match.
That's one of my favorites.
I can never get tired of that match.
You hear The Rock, Mr. Stucco going to that was oh man, with Terry Funk. Holy shit. These two fought in New Japan. I'm talking about death matches that the fucking ring explodes. You see the tax. Explode. Okay, keep talking to the fan. I'm gonna look up a video right now.
What do you mean tax explode?
Like death match with Terry Funk. Look, it was crazy the way they used to have these fucking matches.
A bag exploded?
It would just, you land on something, it would just go pop. Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah, pop goes the weasel.
Let me see if I can.
Barbed wire?
That's barbed wire. Actual fucking wire.
Oh no.
And it hurts. It hurt. Let me see if we can see one here. An explosion. You gotta see how this thing goes. Like you can't make this shit up. Like this is real barbed wire. A death match that they will explode. I gotta find a spot where, you know.
That's crazy. Mick Foley as well.
Explosion.
Remember when Taker chokeslammed Funk so hard his sneakers flew off in
that shit was funny.
Man,
that shit was funny.
His sneakers fell off. King of Deathmatch?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They had some fierce matches, son. I'm telling you, it was crazy. Like you gotta see the explosion.
Rey Mysterio. Oh, Rey Mysterio. He has like a little feud with his son.
Well, he's hurt right now. Supposedly,
he's legitimately.
Yeah,
hurt.
He's legitimately hurt. Supposedly, he's supposed to be coming back to have a look. Look at this. Watch this. I'm telling you. Look, you're gonna see this happen. This was so grueling that not many people were able to watch this match because you see shit like that and you like. What are you gonna do next? Look at that! Nothing but barbed wire.
I thought he put his head against the
No. Look at that! You see his head?
Oh,
this was the matches he used to have.
And then just oh my god!
And
Mick Foley's just putting his arm on the barbed wire too.
Like it was crazy.
Nah, that's insane, man.
Let me see.
Oh no!
Oh man! I'm telling you, it was bad. It was bad. That's what Mick Foley used to do. And you know what?
Man.
That's what began the Attitude Era.
That is.
Which brings us to our third favorite show, the Attitude Era. Best time in professional wrestling.
Of course. That's the best time to be a fan.
Fucking A. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the best
because
time to
you
be a
had
fan.
Stone Cold. You had The Rock. You had Triple H. You had The Undertaker. You had Kane. You had DX, Val Venus, all these people. Yeah, you had all these people. Like you were able to enjoy professional wrestling. They say Hulk Hogan made wrestling. Austin saved professional wrestling.
I 100%, 1,000% agree.
Because Hulk Hogan, listen, the transition that Hulk Hogan, to me, will always be. And yep, Val Venus.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah.
Yep, the New Age Outlaws. The New Age Outlaws were awesome tag team. And when they joined the DX, made it even better. Like the Attitude Era was off the fucking chart after that. Like that was it right there. And when it started happening, you saw all of the flipping the bird and the ass and son of a bitch and all this stuff when in the show.
I was about to say that was the best time to be a fan.
Oh man, yo, kids used to get suspended for doing suck it to a teacher. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, damn, maybe I was some good shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like Vince McMahon says.
Yeah, well, Vince McMahon don't know good shit anymore because Vince McMahon is
he knows bad.
Yeah,
he's just bad now.
But anyway, the Attitude Era kicked off when, to me personally, when Scott Hall made his debut in WCW. That to me when kicked off the Attitude Era because that's when everything started happening with the bats. He was suspended. Bradley was suspended for.
I was suspended for doing this.
Yeah, to the teacher, Ray. Kids would literally do it to the teacher.
My stepdad got suspended for stunning his principal once.
Seriously?
I'm dead serious.
Holy shit!
Because his principal was a wrestling fan too, and back then was when the Attitude Era was out.
Oh man!
So he stunned.
He was like, "Hey, Prince!"
He stunned his principal.
Unbelievable.
And he got suspended.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
no, that's how it was back then.
Oh man!
But it was something to live for when it came to professional wrestling.
This man
is a puñeta.
Oh my god!
When it comes to the Attitude Era, that was the best time. I love the 80s. Golden Boy. 80s era. I love the 80s.
Yes, we know. You're a Hogan fan.
I'm a Hogan fan. Excuse me.
Yeah,
don't judge. Thank you. But when Hulk Hogan turned heel in 1996, that
changed wrestling.
Exactly. That was the heel change that changed wrestling forever. That's right, Compy. Vince in my mouth. He said Austin took over the King of the Ring promo 1996. Jake the Snake's Bible verse. Yes. Austin 3:16 says, "I just whipped your ass." He wasn't supposed to say that.
Oh.
But he did it. And that's what got ratings and that's what caused the Attitude Era. And Vince McMahon's like, shit, I like that. Keep doing that. I don't care.
Yeah, now he's.
And then all the gloves were off. Like that's what Vince McMahon was
I think that was one of the wrestlers that like Vince McMahon was like, do whatever you want.
Do whatever the fuck
you want.
Do whatever the hell
I got no script for you. I got nothing for you. Do whatever you want.
Do your shit, flip off, beat the shit out of people. I don't give a damn
do what you want.
Just do it.
You're bringing fans in, do it.
Yep. And he was a psychopath. He was a psychopath.
Stone Cold was a psychopath. Stone Cold is on my top 5.
Brian says, my daughter is graduating at the location where Hogan turned heel.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Yeah, he was a natural. He was a natural as Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he was a psychopath.
He indeed
But
was.
you know who was also a psychopath? The Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh, yeah, brother. Dig it.
I still can't believe... Or I believe it, but it's like because I've heard it, but I just couldn't believe the fact that that's actually how he spoke.
Yeah, Macho Man, Randy Savage. Let's bring us to number 4.
I couldn't really believe that was his
voice. Macho Man's greatest rivalries.
Yeah,
Macho Man was epic. The Macho Man. Oh yeah. It was. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, it was crazy. Like that man, the cream of the crop. Like I can't talk. My voice. I would cough like crazy.
I don't know what that means.
But Macho Man was because Macho Man did a promo with a coffee cream of the crop interview with a creamer for coffee, and it was hilarious. Like he knew what to do with that creamer. Like holy shit! It was
Why
funny.
Macho Man beefing with Hogan towards the end?
Oh, I'll tell you that in a minute.
Oh, they were actually
this time
beefing?
will not forget.
Yeah, no, they were really beefing. Like they couldn't stand each other. Like that was one of his biggest rivalries, like personal and in business.
Nothing means nothing.
Means nothing.
I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah. Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
One of the greatest of all time.
Rise to the top, oh yeah. Macho Madness, yes, got more to offer than President Jack Tunney thinks that I got. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. Cards stacked against the Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania.
Like they were born.
Yeah, let me say it out loud, and let me point to the president of the World Wrestling Federation. The Macho Man Randy Savage is not happy with your decision. Yeah.
This is a cream of the crop. Oh yeah.
Wrestling Federation. And there is no doubt about it. Yeah, you mean Gene Okerlund. You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
Yo, epic promo.
Know that I'm the cream of the
I
crop.
loved it. I loved it. The cream of the crop. Epic, man. Epic. Oh man. Well, the rivalry between Savage and Warrior was okay, but the match surprisingly was awesome. At WrestleMania 7, I didn't think they were gonna fucking pull it off.
Best acting
especially with the
Yeah,
Warrior.
Macho Man's acting was amazing.
Yeah, no, he was awesome.
I mean,
and
that
Kevin,
voice wasn't acting,
to answer your question, Kev, about the beef. Apparently, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man thought Hulk Hogan was sleeping with his late ex-wife Elizabeth. God rest her soul. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows if they were doing something. Nobody knows if they were in cahoots. I don't know. Don't give a fuck.
Nobody knows.
But it's what brought them to go against each other. And they hated each other. That Macho Man even did a rap dissing Hulk Hogan.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he did a rap song dissing Hulk Hogan.
Research on this. Wait, what?
And it was like, oh shit, like what the hell happened here?
I need to do some research.
And then supposedly they made amends probably before he died when he had the heart attack, and that's what happened. But it was that was the reason what happened. And yes, Flair. No, no water bottle today. No water bottle today.
Yeah, where is your water, man?
I'm good. I don't need no water. I'm good. That's messed up their relationship. Yep, exactly. That's what happened. You know, they got divorced, and Savage and Flair was also a good rivalry. Those two.
Savage and Flair was a good one.
And
Savage and hold on, how can you forget about Savage and Sting?
Oh shit! WrestleMania 3, greatest match of all time. I will always say it to this day. Greatest match of all time ever at WrestleMania. No matter who, I don't give a shit who tells me different. And I know somebody's gonna say something different. Taker and Shawn, yes, I love the match, but I will stick to old school carajo. WrestleMania 3, Steamboat against Savage.
We got it.
No water bottle. No water
Need your
bottle.
water?
No.
You sure?
And I remember when Macho Man debuted in WCW. I think it was 1994. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that he made his debut. But when you talk about debuts, Jaden, we do remember our 5th selection, greatest debuts and returns of all time.
Oh yeah, eyebrows are malfunctioning. What was that?
Just a little bit. Jaden, tell us about your greatest debut and return that you've seen.
Honestly,
what was your most memorable?
Well, see, back then I didn't really know the hype about it until like I found out the backstory of it. But the one, it was I forgot when it was. I think it was Royal Rumble 2007. And it was when John Cena returned.
He said, "Did you just do the double people's eyebrow?" Somewhat.
It was so 2000 something. John Cena was injured for like a long time, and then he ended up returning.
Yes, WrestleMania 30.
Yes,
WrestleMania 30. Royal Rumble at number 30.
Number 30. He came back as
I lost my voice.
He came back as in the Royal Rumble as number 30, and
Ray.
he said he wasn't supposed to come back.
That
for a long
rivalry, The
time,
Rock and Stone Cold, holy shit.
Shawn Michaels return. Oh, that
They had
that match
an
was
awesome
amazing.
match. After 4 years of not wrestling, and then you come back, my man, you didn't even lose a step.
You did not. He did it. He did it.
He came back, revamped, better attitude. Oh yeah. Brian was there. The crowd went fucking
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
They went nuts. Like I couldn't even hear
And
myself.
that was in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, the
too. So
Mecca.
I'm about to say, it was like a big crowd there.
No, it was awesome. It was
know,
awesome.
the crowd was,
and
the crowd was
to me,
hot.
one of my greatest debuts that I've seen was when Y2J came and interrupted The Rock.
Honestly, that was a good debut.
When he made his debut. Also, I remember when Taz came at the Royal Rumble in 2000. I'm not sure if people were expecting him, if they knew who it was.
Probably not.
Yes, when Taker came back at WrestleMania.
When
WrestleMania
Taker
20.
came
Holy
back,
shit.
Yes.
Oh,
Hogan
man.
versus Andre.
Oh, you're bringing up some classics, brother. WrestleMania 3.
Hogan versus Andre was great.
Oh, man.
That was also a moment that changed wrestling.
Yes. Like, it was how you say, David and Goliath.
Yeah.
Type attitude.
And,
type battle. that it was.
Unstoppable Force meets an
The irresistible force meets an immovable object.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
man, it was awesome. I would never forget those words by Gorilla Monsoon.
Of course.
To this day, I will enjoy that match.
Why did you just...
You okay?
I'm okay.
You got
I
twitch?
don't have twitching problems with my eyebrows.
I guess
My eyebrows are not arguing.
Those are the
with
double
each other
people's
right now.
eyebrow, okay,
No,
see?
your eyebrows are arguing with each other
See?
right now, debating which eyebrow is better than the other one.
Stick to the show, man. Stick to the show. Cut
My
the shit out.
eyebrows
bro.
are fine.
Cut the shit out. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Greatest debuts also was, to me, when Scott Hall debuted on Monday Night Raw as Scott Hall, not the Diamond Stud or whatever the fuck he was back then in WCW. No, the Focus. He was Scott Hall, his actual name, and he made a debut on Monday Night Raw to kick off the Monday Night Wars, which brings us to our number 6 selection. As many of you know, Scott Hall did pass away.
I still can't believe that.
And-
that's crazy.
Little dude Andre, no, beat me. No, beat me. Scott Hall did pass away, unfortunately, he had several heart attacks. It was bad for him.
Yeah.
It was a big hit to professional wrestling. It's like they're dropping like flies, like they say. But he made an impact in professional wrestling. Fortunately, lost his life. But what was your fondest moment, your greatest moment that you've seen of Scott Hall, Jada?
To To me, honestly, is when he fought Shawn Michaels for the ladder match.
Ladder match. WrestleMania 10. First time that was
the match that made ladder matches what they were today.
Oh, exactly.
Because ladder matches they've always been around, but those two exactly they paved the way for ladder matches
to happen.
Exactly.
Exactamundo. Good job, Rick James. Good job.
Who's James?
Rick James.
Is there.
You know who Rick James is?
Yes, I know who.
All right, that's Rick James. You got the Jerry curls.
No, I'm Jay.
All right, Jay, Mr. Heel Kid.
Yeah, thank you.
Get
Get it right. Get it right, Silver Surfer.
All right, excuse me. I'm the encyclopedia.
Get it right.
Of pro wrestling.
Get it right, Wizard. Thank you.
Shit.
Jeez.
Say good night. Oh, hey, good night. I didn't know you was even here, but good night.
I don't.
Are you saying have a good night?
Oh, good night.
No, don't. You can never forget that ladder match. That ladder match was awesome. Phenomenal.
Astronomical.
And when you mentioned Scott Hall, he had some great rivalries. One of them was Shawn Michaels.
I ask you, what's your favorite moment from Scott
Hall? I gotta say from him when he was inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame, he deserved it.
He definitely
because
did.
he fought some demons. He fought some demons in the past. You know, many people doubted him. He had a very bad fucking image, and it was bad. But he fought through it. He fought
Hard
through
times
it,
don't
and DDP was the one that helped him, and they went through. He went through it, and I was glad that the Chico was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Definitely,
he deserved it, and he still does to this day. What was your favorite match of him, Jay? Besides the ladder match. That was your moment. What about his match? That you can say he actually wrestled a good match.
I don't really know. It was just that's like my really top favorite by him.
Well, he was definitely a great tag team.
I'm about to say, don't get me wrong.
When they were the outsiders,
yes,
they really made a name for themselves.
Really good tag team. But
they really made a name for themselves when they.
That's really like my favorite. That's
when they put them two together.
I'm about to say that's what made me recognize like Rick
James. You seen Rick James?
I was about to call him Razor Ramon. I was trying to be polite and call him by his real name.
Scott Hall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What was that?
Nothing. But I will always remember him for his match at WrestleMania against Shawn Michaels. That ladder match and SummerSlam. They fought at SummerSlam too for a ladder match that Shawn Michaels won. Which proved that Shawn Michaels.
Didn't Scott Hall win the one
Royal
at
Rumble?
WrestleMania?
Huh?
Didn't Scott Hall win the one at WrestleMania?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And Shawn Michaels won it at SummerSlam.
Yep. All right.
Which made Shawn Michaels to put himself on that top of the list of one of the greatest of all time. We just got a text message. Yes, we did talk about this earlier. Cops did do a check on Kevin Nash. Let's read this article. Let me take a look here. Apparently, it says Kevin Nash has just tweeted, "Everyone take a breath. Let's not take my biggest coping mechanism, sarcasm in big words, and blow it out of proportion. I appreciate the concern and the fact that others find it a perfect time for insults. Continue to get your updates on at TMZ and wrestling sites. I've got legs to train today." Okay.
He's trying to keep himself.
It says here, healthy. Kevin Nash, cops check on WWE legend, no plans to harm himself. Okay. So that's what was going on. That was just breaking news with the Twitter right now. Kevin Nash putting that up. He's okay, guys. He's just going through a rough patch.
I'm about to say,
now leave him the hell alone.
I'm about to say, leave the man alone. Right. Let him mourn.
And now we just got more breaking news from Russell Jackson. The other one was from Brian Montalvo. Thank you, sir. One of our wrestling experts. Russell Jackson, backstage news on potential Naomi returning to the WWE.
I still think Triple H is in full control. I still think like Triple H is doing.
It says according to Fightful's, Naomi and the WWE have been in contact recently, and the company is confident that the former multi-time women's champion will return to the company at some point.
Vince, you don't get it.
There's no timetable, but
Vince, you don't get it. Look at what Triple H is doing for your company. You don't get it, man. Why don't you get it? Screw that into your old man head.
He doesn't.
Triple H is making your company back on top.
And
He's
listen,
getting you.
you're making your company was by far. Excuse me. Was by far one of the greatest of all time. Don't fuck it up.
You know, I could get you some water.
Shut up. But speaking of greatest of all time, brings us to our 7th episode that we enjoyed. The greatest wrestler of all time. Who is it? Is it Shawn Michaels? Is it The Undertaker? Is it Stone Cold? The Rock? Hulk Hogan? Kane?
Many people to
pick from. Like, who the hell are you going to pick from? Jada, who do you think, in your opinion, is the greatest wrestler of all time?
To be honest, this one I really don't know, because I have multiple wrestlers that I really, really enjoy watching. So I really just don't have an answer for that. I just one of the best, greatest wrestlers of all time, in my opinion, would be Undertaker. To keep it 100%.
Why?
Well, you know, Undertaker paved the way for a lot of the wrestlers that he would fight with. You know, he would put them over on top. He would give, you know, the younger generation a time to shine. He was, you know, the backstage coach. You know, he was always helping people out in backstage. He was an amazing performer himself. So that's why I said Undertaker is one of the best physically and mentally wrestlers of all time.
Okay. So,
if not the best.
In my opinion, you know, I'm a big Hulk Hogan fan. Man made wrestling what it is today. But he was the greatest entertainer, in my opinion, of all time.
Okay.
Greatest wrestler, to me, by far, it's a toss-up between Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair. And it's going to be crazy to say this, but Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, no matter what the fuck he did, I don't condone it, but the man
I'm about to say, but people don't have to compare his in-ring style to his outside life.
Epic wrestler,
in that ring,
and knew how to sell that fucking ring.
Yeah, that man.
But there's many other legends.
Talent.
There's many other legends. There was Shawn Michaels. There was Gorilla Monsoon.
There was a lot.
Like many top stars that made this wrestling.
Definitely.
That made wrestling what it is. The Dudley Boys. Dudley Boys was one of the greatest, if not by far, one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
Of course, they made like basically kind of. I feel like they inspired a lot of tag teams to be what they are. The Christian and Edge, the Hardy Boys, and the Dudley Boys paved the way for the tag teams now.
And that's the thing, that many people don't see that. You know, when you see the Shawn Michaels, the Kurt Angles. Kurt Angle was one of the best of all time too.
The
man was a legit.
Kurt Angle was an
badass.
Olympic gold medalist,
like a legit badass, getting into shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he caused a lot of controversy too.
He did.
You know, and when you speak about controversy, we talked about that in topic number 8. That's our 8th one that we enjoyed, was the most controversial topics in professional wrestling. Mad shit is, and that's what I'm saying. Chris Benoit.
Correct.
That goes right into controversy. The shit that he did, and no one's ever going to forgive him. No matter what anybody says, that man is not going in the fucking Hall of Fame.
He's not.
There is no way.
But that talent he had was
no way. But the talent was unbearable.
Talent, no matter how many people dislike. Like I said, I don't ever condone that. I feel absolutely sorry for the way that happened.
Exactly.
But in that ring,
he was phenomenal.
That man was phenomenal. There was no stopping him.
Phenomenal.
He was amazing, and that's why I like him as a wrestler. As a person, I don't like him at all. But as a wrestler, Chris
Hey, Jessica, welcome. Thank you guys, everyone. Thank you everyone for joining us as we are having we're almost done. We're having our 4-year anniversary special show. We are doing, as Evolution of Pro Wrestling presents, Reliving the Evolution. His race took him there.
I mean, unfortunately he was going through things too.
Well, because of the passing of Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, you know, that was his best friend, and he just lost it. Exactly. He had nobody to go to. He was all tore up. He was tore up to the floor up.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, he was really messed up, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it happened. We don't condone it. Sorry,
That's not really a sorry.
That's nothing I can
just-
forgive.
you
Yeah, I can't forgive that.
right?
That's nothing I can forgive.
But like I said,
but
in
for
that- in that
talent
ring-
wise,
in that ring,
he was a hell of a fucking guy
He was an amazing
to fight
wrestler.
against.
Absolutely.
So, but Buck Bresner, what's going on, man? This is the American Giant, Buck. He wrestles in independent wrestling all over Florida.
Oh, Giant.
Thank you for joining us. But yes, those things were very controversial. All the controversial stuff when New Jack cut Mass Transit, like with a blade right in his head. The kid was only 17 years old. Threw him off a cliff. Threw this wrestler off a cliff, almost killed him.
Man.
Like so much controversial things that
Sergeant
happened.
Slaughter burned Hulk
Hulk Hogan's
shirt.
shirt that he got death threats because he sided with Iraq with an Iraqi uniform.
I couldn't believe that.
Owen Hart's death,
Owen Hart's
also
death.
controversial.
Definitely
Like
controversial.
who the hell knows what happened?
We still don't know.
If he was set up, if it was an accident,
Set up is crazy. Wow.
nobody knows.
Set up is crazy.
Nobody knows.
Wow.
It's a mystery to this day, and nobody talks about it. Nobody fucking talks about it, but they have to. That was the dark side of the ring with that episode.
Yep.
People don't know.
Nope.
Nobody knows. But you know what I do know is that what many fans didn't know was the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling's trivia questions, as well as the heel kid, was back then, the whiz kid of Pro Wrestling's questions, as Evolution of Pro Wrestling presented the first ever Evolution of Pro Wrestling trivia, which we had many champions. We had some in attendance. That was one of our great. Yeah, Bruiser Brody's death was also controversial. He said, "Who's that guy that helped me on his forehead?" Oh, Al Snow. What does everybody want? With a head, he had a head in his hand and it was shaped. But they said that was controversial too. They said that was belittling women. I'm like okay. I'm not gonna get to that, but it was crazy. But wrestling trivia, we had many champions. One in attendance, Brian Montalvo, James Sargent. I believe James was champion.
James was a champion. Yes.
So, just like we always said, just when you thought you had the answers, we changed the questions.
Yep.
So we're about to ask you a question. Should we make it an easy one or a hard one?
Make it a... Yeah.
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Thank you.
News forecast.
Pop quiz. Here's the first trivia question. At WrestleMania 21, who was a special guest on Piper's Pit? This is an easy one. You should know that one, right?
I want to see them answer it though.
Okay, but I know
This is not
it.
a question for me. This is a question for them.
That's what wrestling trivia was. A lot of nut jobs.
Yeah.
Stone Cold, yes sir. Stone Cold it was.
See, that's why I said I'm not gonna. I never
Okay,
thought,
now
I never thought I would ever. See those
here's
two
another
together.
question. Here's a harder question. It's the final question. In the 1989 Royal Rumble, who were the first two entries into the Royal Rumble? Boom.
Was Shawn Michaels one of them?
No,
Oh,
absolutely not.
wait, which one? 19 what?
1989.
What was that? 1989. I don't know.
There you go. See, my man knows his wrestling. Good job. Good job. Axe and Smash. The first time a tag team started off the Royal Rumble ever, because that was the second Royal Rumble.
They had to fight each other.
They had to fight each other, and they knew each other so well, and they just beat the shit out of each other. Like, they loved it. But it was a good start to a Royal Rumble. I believe Big John Studd won that Royal Rumble too. It was a good one. It was a good Royal Rumble. But when you talk about Royal Rumbles, that was our first ever show on Evolution of Pro Wrestling, the history of the Royal Rumble that kicked off 4 fucking years of Evolution of Pro Wrestling.
That was.
And it was awesome.
It was.
The Royal Rumble is by far one of my favorite ever.
That's like, to
events.
me, that's like the second biggest event before.
Yep, Andre the Giant was number 3. See, the man knows his wrestling.
like before WrestleMania, like that's the Royal Rumble is the biggest thing. Like,
Yes, the Royal Rumble was the biggest thing in professional wrestling at that time. Then WrestleMania came. WrestleMania was those two events. I love them. Those are the ones I love to watch. The Royal Rumble, I've seen my favorite Royal Rumbles to me was 1990, 91, 92, 98, 2001.
have a lot.
Yeah, 2001, 2005, 7, 8, and that's it.
I just like most of the Rumbles from 2005 going up.
I remember he used to love watching 5.
2005 is one of, but that's my all-time favorite. 2005 is my absolute favorite.
That, like when Batista won, he loved John Cena. He was doing it, Randy Orton. He always RKO'd me while we were watching Rumble. I'm like, holy shit, like.
I didn't like Batista at the time because I was a little John Cena fan.
Yeah, no, it was cool, man.
Yeah.
It was cool watching the Royal Rumble. Like, I still watch it to this day. Like,
of course.
I'm like, oh shit.
And I really think I have high hopes for this Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
this year.
I do too. Well, in this Royal Rumble, we got confirmed participants such as Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Santos Escobar, Kofi Kingston.
Kofi, please don't botch your creative
Seth
moves.
freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin and much more. Cody Rhodes. But the matches that are happening, it's gonna be some good matches. But I've never heard of some like one match that's gonna happen in this event.
I haven't heard either.
Starting with Bray Wyatt against LA Knight in a
Bray Wyatt
pitch
is-
black match.
Oh, Bray Wyatt.
I don't know what
is
the fuck is
fire.
that, but I'm looking forward to seeing it.
That, yes.
Booker T has mentioned to join the Royal Rumble, Ray.
No
now that
way.
you mentioned that, yeah.
No way.
Yeah. He said it, yo, you give me the invitation, I'm gonna be there. He said, you're absolutely right, Cliff. There's too much spoilers on the internet. Too much spoilers. And it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Pissing me off.
Yeah.
But the Royal Rumble this year is going to be interesting. You got Bianca Belair going up against Bray Wyatt. Who do you think is going to going up against
I'm about to say Bianca
Bray
Belair.
Wyatt going up against Alexa Bliss? Who do you think is going to win that? It's for the Raw Women's title.
I think Bianca Belair.
I got my money on Alexa. Yeah,
Okay.
with this new attitude, I think I see it coming. And then I see I see her losing it to Becky Lynch, and that'll set up the match at WrestleMania for Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Women's Royal Rumble.
I can't wait for that one, man.
When do you see that
The
happen?
women, I don't know, but the women always somehow, like for these past
Outshine.
events,
Outshine, right?
They somehow always outshine the men.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just can't wait to see that match.
It's going to be interesting. You got something. Listen, you got Liv Morgan, Candice LeRae, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, all confirmed for the Royal Rumble. Rumored entries are Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Becky Lynch. They said the Bella Twins are supposed to be making a surprise appearance, which makes no damn sense.
Why?
Keep your asses out. Naomi is possible. Sasha Banks ain't coming. Mercedes is not coming back.
Yeah. No,
Selena Vega. There's many places that might.
Flair's daughter. The
Flair's daughter, Charlotte
yeah.
Flair. So it's quite possible that they might take charge of the Rumble.
Possible.
But then you got the Men's Royal Rumble. Who's gonna show up then? Listen, Royal Rumble is full of surprises. Word has it that this crazy nut, Ric Flair, is supposed to appear.
Come on, man.
Shinsuke
There's no way.
might appear and return at the Rumble. The Miz, Bad Bunny, another rumored name. Stay your ass out of freaking wrestling, please.
I mean, hey, he can wrestle though.
Listen, I want to say that's what Royal Rumble was about. Bringing back people, bringing some legends back,
I mean,
making
but
it
come
end
on, you
surprise.
can't really bring back that many legends anymore, Dad.
Fine.
To keep it 100%.
Matt Riddle has been another one.
These legends.
And he's been
can't-
on suspension.
Oh,
So-
wait, he has.
Yeah, he failed the drug test.
Oh Lord.
When is it going to happen? January 28th, next weekend, Saturday. It's going to be live. So Flair's daughter will beat Ric Flair's record. I think she would. But wrestling fans, our time is up here. Thank you for joining us.
Shaq, imagine.
Oh man,
he
that'd
wasn't
be crazy.
He wasn't the.
That'd be
He
crazy.
wasn't a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, in a
before,
battle royal.
though.
He was in
Yeah,
a battle royal.
Battle royal.
Yeah,
He wasn't a battle
that'd
royal.
be cool.
Yeah.
But thank you, fans, for joining us for our 4-year anniversary show. Thank you for all the support you have shown us, all the comments, and what you think about wrestling. What do you think about AEW Tony may buy WWE?
What do you think?
Pure speculation. I would say Vince McMahon would probably sell to someone else than sell to a rival company.
Okay, and if that does happen, where do
Then
you see that
he is freaking nuts because Tony Khan don't know what the fuck he's doing.
going? Yeah, no.
I'm sorry.
No, he doesn't.
I am so sorry,
He
but
doesn't even know what to do. No.
don't. Please don't.
I'm about to
Please.
say he doesn't even know what to do with his own company. Right
Please
now.
don't.
Like,
You got many people leaving AEW.
I'm about to
like,
say,
you
he doesn't even know
like,
what to do with his own
no.
company.
No.
Like, don't buy another
Please don't.
company
Please
and mess that one up too.
Please don't. But thank you again, fans, for joining us for our 4-year anniversary show. For our next topic, we are going to, which was mentioned to us by several fans, James and Brian at the time. Brian mentioned several times ago, which was an epic topic. I just lost track of it. But it is an epic topic. The top 10 most shocking deaths of professional wrestling, which hit professional wrestling by storm.
Yeah.
That really shook professional wrestling, which unfortunately this one with Jay Briscoe is going to be number 1. We're going to put that, well, we'll think about it, but we'll put them in there. But there's many that has been there that have been very, very shocking. So we are talking about that at our next show. But please feel free to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Evolution of Pro Wrestling, EOPW. Thank you for joining us. From myself, Lewis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling.
And Jay, the heel kid of pro wrestling.
And from my lovely wife and producer, our executive producer, Jasenia. Thank you for joining us, wrestling fans. We'll see you in 2 weeks for the top 10 deaths in professional wrestling that has shocked the wrestling world. Peace out, my fucking people.